Welcome back to Happy Place Cooking. Today we're going to smoke some more meat. We have a pork booty here and I'm going to season this baby up and we're going to put it on the smoker, and it's going to take a few hours, but it should be ready for dinner time. It's pretty early in the morning. If you watched our video on the ribs, that was our very first time smoking anything, and I am saying our because Jessie of course is the one doing the smoking. I'm just doing the seasonings and all that good stuff. I am today using some Jamaican jerk rub, and because I want it to be just a little bit of a spicy. We want pulled pork today, which reminds me I'm gonna have to run to the store and get some buns. Darn it, I forgot that. I am gonna start with my mustard, and the last time we let that cook quite a while before I put the mustard on, and the mustard is supposed to kind of help break it down and make it a little more tender. I don't know if I'm putting on too much. I don't know if I'm putting on too little. I'm just winging it here. But I was told by a fellow YouTuber that, and he's quite experienced. I started to put my seasoning on first, and then I remembered he had told me mustard first. Saying he's got experience, I do not. I'm going to follow his advice and get this mustard on here. But we're also following the advice of someone else who says they do mustard before putting it on the grill. So we're going to try that today. Can't hurt it, right? I mean, it's still going to cook one way or the other. Now I'll put some seasoning on here. I want it to be nice and seasoned. Might have sprinkled some on the floor. I think Darby's trying to get to it. I think that looks pretty darn good. We'll be seasoning it a little bit more before it's completely said and done. Something a little different today. We have a little makeshift aluminum foil bowl with some water in it. So hopefully we can make this a little bit more tender today. This has been on the smoker for about 2 hours. We've been smoking it at around 225 to 250-ish, something like that. Going to now wrap it in some aluminum foil, and then we'll put it back on the smoker and leave it for probably a couple of more hours. It smells amazing. I'm going to put this piece down inside so it doesn't just fall off. Back on the smoker she goes. This is set on the smoker, wrapped in the foil for a couple of hours. Now I'm going to re-season this. Okay, and then I'm going to put on the sauce. Just gonna use some Casey Masterpiece Kentucky bourbon. I'm just gonna get this smeared around on here. Gonna put this back in the foil and leave it on the smoker for about another 30 minutes or so. Okay, it is gonna sit and rest for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna see if I can get that to pull off and shred it up so we can have some pulled pork sandwiches. Alright, this is rested for about 35 minutes or so. Take this foil off. I'm going to just try to shred this right into this container here. I'll give this a little taste. That's good. Try to get this bone out of here. Well, I was going to use some forks, but I just need to use my hands here. Kind of chunk this up. It's not quite as fall apart as I would have liked for it to have been. I don't think we quite slow cooked this enough. I think it should have been maybe a lower temperature and more time. It's juicy and it tastes good. It's just not extremely tender. It's not melt in your mouth, fall off the bone tender. I'm probably going to have to do all of this kind of by hand. I'll come back when I get this done. Got it all shredded up. Wasn't too terrible. Going to add some extra sauce and mix that around. Okay, there's my pulled pork, barbecued. And this is the potato salad that I made from some of those potatoes that I had frozen. If you missed that video, I'll link that at the end of the video, and you can go back and watch that. So we're going to give this a taste. Tastes okay. The potatoes have a little bit of a different texture to them after having been frozen. That being said, the baggie that I used had gained a little bit of air, so it is possible that it was because of that. So I might try again later on down the road with one of the bags that didn't gain air. And I'm just going to take a bite of this meat, and that is really good. Could have stood to have been just a little bit more tender, but it has an excellent flavor, good smoky flavor. Seasoned well. We'll have to try that again sometime.
Thanks for watching and happy eating!